Howdy everyone, Warsarcy here, and today we'll be looking at Bloodbreed on Nintendo Switch. This is a unique specimen of game that's kind of a first on this channel, so let's get started. Bloodbreed is a 3D horror game where you play as an ugly white chick that looks like an ape who crashed her truck into a deer and has to proceed on foot to a location nearby. But before we get further into the game, let's look at the menu and see why I said that this is a unique specimen. A few things to note: you can play the game with a VHS filter that's turned on by default, but that isn't even the interesting part. There's an NSFW mode turned off by default that enables nudity. Full-ass dick nudity. Pretty much makes this the most explicit game I've reviewed on the channel. For the sake of this video, I played through with it censored just in case YouTube wanted to throw a hissy fit that there were dicks in it. So getting into the game, you enter a seemingly abandoned building, and after you get into the second room, you'll go through the game getting chased by Jason, and yes, Jason. And don't tell me this doesn't look like Jason. All the while this angry rock music follows him whenever he's after you. Each room you'll have a key you have to find to open a door to the next area, all the while having to avoid Jason, as well as traps such as bear traps, saw blades that defy gravity, spikes, and other things that will kill you. You've also got stamina that depletes quite quickly when you're running, so usually if he sees you, it's pretty much game over. Other than that, you've got a flashlight that I personally didn't use that often. With there not being much else to it, let's get to the review. There is unfortunately a lot wrong with this game, so let's start with some minor complaints and save the juicy bits for last. And no, I'm not talking about the censored mutilated penises. For a game that looks like a PS1 game running on current gen hardware, it certainly doesn't behave like one. The frame rate is all over the place, mostly hanging on the lower side. All the while, this feels like a mixture of playing on nostalgia and poorly ripping off Friday the 13th, and it doesn't even do a good job at that. It's supposed to be a horror game, but the only horror moment I could think of is the first time you encounter Jason as the loud music and running towards you catches you off guard. But that's not even the worst part about this game. Remember when I said I was saving the juicy stuff for last? I meant it. After having had to invite my fiance to help me with this game and us taking turns and making fair progress through a lot of struggle, the game crashed. Even better, it didn't save any of the progress we made, even though we had hit countless checkpoints. After restarting the game, it put me all the way back in the third room near the beginning of the game, right back where we had started taking turns. So it was at that point I pretty much just called it quits. So in the end, you've got a generic, unstable game that just doesn't work. But if you want to give this game a try, hopefully while it's on sale, you can get it on the eShop for $6, but at the time of this video, it's on sale for $5.49. I'd like to thank Cool Small Games for sending me the review key. This is Warsarcy on the Game Clips channel, and I'm out.